Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon
Good evening.
and good night.
Siph, don't you have some shows coming up?
Can I shout some of my shows before we get sad?
Go ahead.
This week, September 6th and 7th, I'll be in St. Pete / Tampa, Florida at the what is it called again? Coastal Creative Comedy. Then September 20th through the 21st, I will be out in Pasadena, California at the Ice House. All my LA people, come on through September 20th and 21st. Then I'm going to be at the Big Pine Comedy Festival on September 26th. 27, 28, I will be at Skankfest in Las Vegas.
Sorry?
Skankfest.
Okay.
Skankfest in Las Vegas.
Okay.
September 27 and 28. Houston, I'm coming back to the Riot, man. You got to come. You know, it always sells out, so get your tickets early. October 3rd through the 5th, the Riot Comedy Club in Houston, Texas. And then I got Arkansas coming up. I got North Carolina coming up in November. I'll tell you about those later. But thank you. Follow me. Come to my shows. Juan fans, I love when you come through. Thank you. All right, let's get into it.
Well, another one of those episodes, Siph, that we're going to get into in a few minutes. This time we will be memorializing our guy, Fatman Scoop.
Thanks for dying at just the right moment where we could let a couple days go and then record an episode. That was very generous of him.
We have enough, a 2-day window to gather feelings. And for me, because Siph is not going to bother people after this and say, hey, do you want to come talk about it?
No.
But it gave me just enough window to do that.
No.
So we're going to hear from a few people who loved and knew Fatman Scoop.
I'm going to say it.
Okay.
I'm going to say it.
All right.
I was just with him the other day.
You have one of those?
Well, he just started. He was literally just announced as the Saturday jock on 94.7 The Block. He was just announced. Like, he's been doing it for a couple of weeks. Like, I guess, like, testing it out or whatever.
I didn't even know it happened yet. I didn't even know that happened yet.
Yeah, we just made the announcement last week. Joining the family, Fatman Scoop, Saturdays 2 to 6. I just saw him at I actually saw him at the barbershop because he uses the same barber when he comes to town.
Talking about Dee the barber.
Dee the barber over Fade to Famous, Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, we know.
And the last time I saw him, he was getting his hair cut for
the event he was doing.
C's funeral.
Oh, for C's funeral.
Yeah.
That's the last time I saw him, of course, was C's memorial.
Yeah. And then I spoke to him the other day because we did something for C's birthday on the air. We were all recorded, like, my favorite Mr. C moment was blah, blah, blah. And Scoop organized all that and put it on his show.
Man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Crazy, bro.
So we're going to get to that in a moment. I'm going to send our first guest, DJ Riz, the link. But before that, Siph, first of all, I just got back from Germany.
Ooh.
A little brief trip to Germany for WWE.
WWE.
My first time doing an international thing.
Nice. How was it?
I don't know if you had this experience, if it makes any difference in your world, in the Chappelle world, but in the wrestling world, the international thing was inherently just doper because it creates a tighter knit situation. Less people around, less generals, people that we know.
Oh, yeah.
Like, everybody doesn't have hanger-oners around.
Right.
So it trims the numbers, and as a result,
trims it way down, yeah.
The bonding between the people actually there is way better.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've had that. You have the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, Chappelle has people everywhere, but yeah.
I mean, it's Chappelle, so I know he
you move a lot cleaner.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot cleaner.
Yeah, it's a clean move.
So that was neat.
There was a WWE event there?
Yes, the Bash in Berlin.
Bash in Berlin. So that was
Cool.
crazy?
It was fun. Yeah, it was just like a dope regular event, but in Berlin. Their crowd was super hype. It was fun. It was a great show. We have a German guy who was in the main event. So that was like kind of the thing. And
any Jew jokes?
He does not lean in. I found this, Siph, that Germans don't love They don't love making jokes
Right.
related to the Nazi stuff.
Right.
Nazi
That's
government.
why, as a comedian, you have to do it.
You have to.
You can't do it,
No.
but we
Have to.
must.
By the way, although, of course, like many of the places in Europe, apparently yesterday, they just elected for the first time in forever, like an extremist far right person in their
In Germany?
yeah, not the chancellor. The chancellor's not, but
Oh.
it was like the regional. But it was big enough that it's making international news. It was a big sort of inter-Germany election, which is interesting because the main thing I came away from.
Good for them.
No, Saif. No,
What?
that's you can't say. Why'd you say good for them?
No, they're making some needed changes.
So I was gonna say that, man, I give the Germans credit, bro. And listen, maybe now it's going to blow up in my face, although I don't think this issue is about the Holocaust. I think like everywhere it's about immigration or whatever, but it's a similar concept. I just wanted to give Germany credit for doing what we in America are too gutless to do. And it's why I think we have so many problems to this day. They did some horrifying, awful shit there. They have it everywhere and they don't hold back. The memorial that I went to is not called the Holocaust Museum, the World War II Memorial. Saif, it's called the Memorial for Murdered European Jews.
Jeez.
And it's in the
That
middle.
sounds very German. It's very blunt.
It is in the middle of town. And they have the same thing for homosexuals, the Homosexual Abuse Memorial.
Oh,
Something like that. Right.
What?
Yes.
These are not translating well.
And it is very real. I just think as a result, people like it's like actually owning your shit. You know what I mean? Like we don't have a slavery museum in America.
Have you been to the basement of the African American Museum?
Is the basement is the slavery part?
Oh yeah.
So
the basement is you have you ever been there?
I haven't been to African American yet.
Oh, bro.
It's since I moved.
No. You go downstairs, and then when you come up the steps, there's like a waterfall room, beautiful room with a waterfall with all benches because you need a moment. You need a moment. You come up them steps and you got to sit down for a while. And there's like a cascading waterfall or like these fountain things to go. It's crazy.
So that's what I heard about. There's another museum there that some people went to, and they said it was like that. Like the pictures
Heavy.
and videos are so intense that when you walk out, you're like, Jesus, So listen, so in America, we added it to the bottom floor of now the African American History Museum. We don't have the Murder of the Natives Museum. You know what I mean? That's just not our style.
No.
The craziest thing was though the homosexual one. I went with a friend and we went up to it, and it's like this big, like it just looks like a big slab of concrete. You're like, what is this? And you walk around it, and then there's like a black window, and you go up to the black window, and as you get closer, you realize there's like a movie running inside that you can see, and it was just a video of alternating. I'm not kidding, between two women making out and two men making out. And like behind it there was real stuff. There was like protest images and real images, but still I was like, it's just people making out. I was like, this is all so German. They're just like, this is what it is. You do. You want to learn, you learn.
Watch this.
Watch this making lesbians out. It was just not what I expected. But no, Berlin was a dope city. I stumbled into some records on my way out on Saturday at a little fair. I wonder if this guy has ever done any digging in Berlin. DJ Riz, you ever done any digging in Berlin?
I haven't.
I did not.
Riz.
I did not make it to the stores because my trip was so short, bro. But it was one of those cities where when you type in record store, they're just everywhere. It's one of those, and the graffiti's everywhere. It's a very
hip
hop city. You wouldn't know it, but yeah, Berlin is a hip hop place.
Nice. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, Riz?
Very,
doing?
very.
What is this? This is your basement?
It's yeah, my basement. The basement.
Trying to analyze everything.
Records are dwindling down as we sell.
What shelves are those?
Those are the IKEA shelves.
Not the Calyx ones.
Yeah, the 5
Like this
by
behind
5.
me?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
the worst. They're the worst.
So you have books and I have records.
No, all my records are along this wall.
I know. I heard you got a lot of records still.
So when you said yours are dwindling, you're getting rid of them?
Yeah, I've been selling a bunch of stuff. I feel like they did me justice for this long, and I can't carry them out anymore, man. I just can't do it. And I know vinyl's resurging too, because there's a lot of vinyl parties I'm missing out on.
But
I'm not a fan.
Of what?
You want to keep everything?
No, I want to. I purged. I trimmed down, but I'm not a fan of vinyl parties.
Oh, right.
No, I like those. Like if you listen to those people talk about those Tokyo vinyl bars,
Right.
where like you play some rare shit, but like a party where you're DJing with vinyl, who gives a fuck?
Who cares?
Right, because you're saying at the party, it's just about the party.
It's the music.
Right.
No girl is like, are you playing vinyl?
Right. Are you gonna do 3-click flares and like who cares? Nobody cares.
Well, no, but I'll push back on this with Cipha though, because some vinyl parties, like if you were to go to a Mobile Mondays party or something like that, or wherever that vinyl party, like that is the specific sound.
Where there's like
the exception. There's a few exceptions.
Like
Yeah,
where
like
DJs and vinyl collectors are the
Right.
crowd.
Yes.
Because they know how hard that record was to find.
Correct. It's
That
for that room.
They're like,
Right.
this is my boys like, yo, we doing this party in Brooklyn, all 2000s R&B vinyl. I go,
Absolutely.
why does it have to be vinyl?
No, that's
Why does it have
weird.
to be vinyl?
2000s R&B does not have to be vinyl
At all.
That's weird.
CDs. You want me to go do a CD party?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, what is this table you have back there? What are your turntables on?
Actually, those are from Home Depot, but believe it or not, my man Zimmy put me up on that. I think Jazzy Jeff might have them in his studio, if I recall. And he was telling me
what
about
is it?
Husky. It's like a workbench. Pretty dope, man. Like it's got little drawers here. You can put all your goodies in, and you can raise it, lower it with a spin thing. Not electric, but good enough.
And you have two? Is it two of them back to back next to each other?
Yeah. I got the Pioneer Cross 12s on one side, and then I got like a Rev 7 right here.
Oh, you have two different setups.
Yeah.
And then those speakers, are they loud enough for you?
It's Rocket. Yeah, they're small Rockets. They're good enough. I never really blast stuff anyway.
I got two speakers that I got set up now that I have to mix for the radio, and I think the sound is too harsh. It's like hurting my ears almost.
Those are the little ones. I've had those exact ones or similar. I now have one slightly bigger for 20 years. I think they're fine.
They're fine. Yeah.
If you're at home, you're not contending with a crowd. Like
I blast though. I blast.
Do you? Those ears.
Yeah, because I gotta feel it.
I know, but like my ear, my left ear only gets high frequencies. My right ear doesn't. So like when I'm sleeping and I'm listening to the radio or TV or something, if I turn on one side, I can't hear it clearly. But then I have to turn on the other side to hear it clearly. Oh, that's what's playing right now. Crazy.
This has become the oldest.
Yeah, getting old sucks.
No, it's bad.
This is the oldest DJ talk we've had in a while.
It'll be there sooner than you know it, Pete.
Oh no, I know. Listen, these glasses just popped up, so we're on the way.
Wait, hold on. Just one more thing before you get into. We wanted Riz for so long because I want to talk all my Riz shit, but that's not what this episode is for.
Right.
But this is a nice basement with I'm sure it's spacious with records and different setups. The first time I went to Riz's house was at a 2-family house in Brooklyn, I think.
Yeah, Canarsie.
In Canarsie. He lives with his dad, Mr. Rizzo, and he opened the door in a t-shirt and tidy whitey underwear.
What? Do you remember that? Jeez.
Oh, Riz, it's burned into my brain. I thought I was about to get sexually abused. Tidy whitey underwear, and he was practicing. And he couldn't leave until he was finished practicing. And he'd go into his room and he was doing battle routines in his tidy whitey underwear. And I was like, oh, okay, it's not what I expected.
It was not what you expected. You're saying.
In
Well,
his
we met on the
bedroom.
radio
In his
before, though, right?
bed there, turntables there.
We were when I was on BAU. That's when we kind of met.
DJ Riz, not because he put me in the game, is one of my favorite DJs of all time. DJ Riz is the illest, most thoughtful, craziest, robotic, the flawless. I've heard 3 mistakes from Riz
in 30 years.
In the 30 years that I've known him, I've heard 3 mistakes, and he almost shot himself. He's the most flawless DJ I ever met. And everything I do to this day, even though I've gone a different direction than what Riz taught me, but everything I do is what is the foundation from DJ Riz. And I want to say thank you on our very unpopular, unsuccessful podcasts.
I beg to differ.
See, some people think it means something.
But to this day,
why did you end up Cipha? You're not nearly as flawless as this guy. I mean, what happened? You just gave up. You just stopped. You said enough is enough.
I don't have. It's not. He's not. I don't think it's practice with him. It's just in his brain.
Who's
floppy?
Who's in the category? Before we get to the subject at hand, who Riz is in the category that you know of being so pristine as a DJ?
Jazzy Jeff.
I'm sorry. Is your name Riz? Shut the fuck up, man.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were talking to him.
I can't compare myself to those guys because I look at those guys as on the Mount Rushmores, So I just always.
Okay, then who do you admire? Who do you admire for being very clean and perfect with their?
Like a Jazzy Jeff, a Scratch Bastard. Who else, man? There's a few. Man.
Clean.
Yeah, and there's so many different styles, man. Like, so it's like the clean style, it's the party style, there's so many
Stretch
different.
Clean.
Stretch, absolutely. Stretch is always clean.
Stretch is clean. Stretch is clean, but doesn't do as much technically. Correct?
No,
but he keeps it more simple, but it's very clean.
Flawless, yeah.
Flawless, absolutely. I mean, then you got the Capris and the C's, rest in peace. All those guys that are just like animals, man, and like the party. You don't need turntables or anything with those guys. They can rock the party just on the microphone.
Yeah, C was incredible, but I wouldn't classify him as clean.
No,
I'm not saying clean. I'm saying different styles.
Yeah, different styles. Yeah,
right,
even Kid Capri is not.
No, that's what he
means.
Well, differently, yeah. Technically, I always categorize it as different, areas of DJing.
Did you not hear the part where he was separating them from outside the clean?
I was tagging it.
I was kind of saying
because it sounded like you were just confused.
No, I'm saying I'm just the people that are listening. They don't know what that means.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. Shout out to my guy who I always shout out in this conversation, DJ Book from DC, who is like the cleanest DJ.
Book, shout out to Book, man.
He's an insanely clean fucking technical DJ. Oh yeah. He's hamster style always. Backwards. That means backwards his turntables. If you go to the right side, it's actually the left on the fader.
Yeah, that's so confusing still to this
I know. I would get up to the turntable and be like, you'd be like, what the fuck did you do?
Well, so nowadays there's a switch on the mixer.
Yeah, it makes
but back
it
in the day, you had to plug your turntables into the wrong side.
That was the worst,
and make it crazy.
Then.
I know. I remember when Vestax added the switch. They were like, "Hold up, we're about to change the game."
They did for sure.
So we found out over the weekend, all of us. I was in Germany, guys. So I woke up Saturday in Germany at like 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and was seeing all the pray. For Fatman Scoop posts. So I guess that means
the pray ones.
Yes, the pray.
Which means the hospital ones.
Correct. Which means I guess the word had already gotten out Friday night, like 2 a.m. because
Riz is the one who told me.
So yes,
Riz asked me. You're the first time I heard about it.
When did you find out, Riz? When did you hear anything was going on? Did you hear it Friday night or when you got up Saturday?
I just started getting texts from people with the articles, like a TMZ article saying that he collapsed on stage, and that was like
Friday
at night. Yeah, Friday night. And then I think I hit Cipha just to see what the hell's going on, and he didn't even know.
So yeah, and then we found out, of course, that he passed away sometime Saturday. We found out the word. The craziest thing is that, like, I don't know, in this odd sort of beautiful moment in the middle of this horrifying tragedy, I did like somehow was affected by the fact that literally the last thing he did on Earth was like, if you're here to party, make some noise, and literally died saying that, to me is
like it's not. I don't want to say it that way, but it couldn't have been scripted better.
Right. It's like he literally died doing everything that is the core of who he is. It just happened 30 years too soon, you know?
Right. Unreal, man. I'm still in shock. That day I was crying my ass off, man. Like throughout the day, just thinking about everything. You know, it's still surreal.
So how did you guys connect?
I met Scoop through Riz, hanging out with Riz. He used to work at Scoop worked at Tommy Boy Records.
Tommy Boy, yeah.
And I met him with Riz. I didn't know who he was back in the day. I was just like, Riz's fucking little peon bitch. And we met Fatman Scoop, and he was so funny, so cool. He would, give us records or let us come into the label. And then he got a job on Hot 97 as a jock.
Wait, so Riz, you knew him pre Tommy Boy days? When did you first know him?
I kind of met him through the Tommy Boy days, because when I was doing college radio, he was calling me, pushing records. So
Scoop used to be a promo guy, yo.
Right. So he was there early enough that he was hitting you for De La and Digital Underground and stuff like that.
Yeah, that whole era.
And was he
right? It might have been before, I don't know. Was it after that?
It was probably later, De La.
It might have been a little later than that, because I think Albie was at Tommy Boy back then. So I remember Albie.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Ronson told me yesterday that he was dealing with him in the later part of the Tommy Boy days, which was like Total and Biggie, New Jersey Drive soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
I think that might have been more accurate. Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know what year he started, though. I didn't know if on the earlier end he was there for De La stuff.
I don't know how long he was there.
I don't remember. Yeah.
I used to work at Tommy Boy, and we used to get car service. Like if we were going to be at the office late or at an event late, we would get these vouchers, and we could take a car service home.
Little Carmel?
I don't remember what it was, but the whole system changed, because that's why they had these vouchers, and you had to fill out what time you needed it and what time you dropped it. Because there was stories that Scoop would get a car from like 7 p.m. and have it until 5 a.m. every night. Every night. And they were like, what the fuck? He's like, I'm pushing these records. And just had a car service waiting for him.
So, guys, was that the first thing he was? Like, was a promo guy? Was that the first thing Fatman Scoop was known for?
I feel like he was an MC before that.
Yeah.
I didn't really know him then, but he used to roll with Rock Raider, the whole X-Men crew, Steve D, Sean C.
He was like the rapper of the X-Men.
Yeah, he was like the rapper of the crew. And I think he was supposedly in a group, or supposed to be in a group that Teddy Riley was starting.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing that.
Yeah, something like that.
I wonder if I can find anything. That's crazy. So when they write, when the headlines all say rapper Fatman Scoop, it's not altogether wrong.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
It is still wrong, but I'm saying there is.
They don't know what to say. They don't know how to classify him.
Right.
It's so annoying.
There's some people are saying the greatest hype man ever. Some people saying rapper. I mean, I don't even know what to classify.
I would. To me, it would have been DJ / host. DJ / host personality. You could maybe do record producer.
I mean, but he would perform though.
But yeah, he's a performer.
He was.
What about hip hop performer? How about just maybe performer?
Hip hop performer would be dope.
He was just a party guy, man. Like it was more of the hype party guy to me, you know. Like that's what the average person I think knows him as. It's just his voice and his energy.
So what year did Crooklyn Clan come together?
I think that might have been, when was the total?
Yeah, Can't You See is 95.
Was it 95? So then that was the first record that we made, that is New York in the House.
That was the first one. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's you and Scissorhands.
Correct.
And you guys just decided we're gonna produce these like break records.
Well, I made a few break records before that, under the name Brooklyn Slumlords.
Yeah, I think I remember those. Okay.
On Nervous Records.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah. Scribble.
Oh yeah,
Firstborn from YBT. Damn, I think that was.
Oh, I see some.
A long time ago. Do you?
Yeah, yeah. Let's see.
And then then DJ Clips did one with us. So there was a few before that whole the Crooklyn stuff started.
Yo, this is hilarious.
What do you got?
No, I just typed it in and I just saw fucking Orthodox Jews pop up.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
No! Literally, it's a news story.
That's hilarious.
It's very Juan that just happened. This is a little bit later. Change the Groove you did. What You Got? Keep on Moving. Nobody Beats. I'm guessing this is a play on Biz.
I would think so. I'd have to listen to them. They were so damn long ago.
Well, don't worry. We're going to play one for a second because I just want to get some baseline here. Don't worry. Saif, after Riz dies, we'll do a really good episode talking to other people about him so we can get all this information. God forbid we just get it from him right now. You know what I mean?
This might be the last time I see you guys. Thanks for having me.
Everything do you know how many times Saif and I had either mentioned at some point in passing just having Scoop on the show? And we do this like with everybody. And no matter what happens, you just don't start assuming people are going to friggin' be gone,
Yeah,
but
it's sad, man.
All right, so really let me give you a taste of this real quick so we can just a little bit of groundwork for the building of the Crooklyn Clan, which is going to get us on this journey of Fatman Scoop. All right, you see that? Did it pop up yet? There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right,
wow.
Let's see what this sounds like.
Around everybody and everybody. Around. This might have been Eclipse, the one that Eclipse made. With yeah. Oh, we did it together. I don't even remember. It was long ago.
It's such a
brings back memories.
Era.
Yeah,
it really was. Let's see. Jump ahead. It's an EP. Know what this is?
Those are just scratch noises.
No.
It felt like.
I don't know what that is.
This is minutes later. It's scratch noises.
Scratch noises. Well, somebody put it on there.
Explaining this to someone who doesn't. He's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
Keep on moving. That sound familiar? What You Got?
It was that. Yeah, play it. Fuck it.
All right. What You Got? Another Brooklyn Slumlords. Here we go.
Emilio, it's gonna recognize these. Don't worry.
I don't even remember that. That could have been a guest on one of them.
The first Crooklyn Clan on Discogs is These Are the Breaks.
Yeah, that was the total one with Is New York in the House.
Got it. And that was actually, it's like, how big did that one get?
No, huge. That was like a hit record.
It's crazy, right? Like, we didn't even think anything of it. This was a tunnel banger.
This one was good too. That was the other side.
I don't know why this one pops up when I search These Are the Breaks. Oh, because they were just called These Are the Breaks. That was all of them were called, right?
These Are the Breaks. There's like a couple different party breaks on there, but the New York anthem was
not on there. I really don't even remember like the sequence orders. It's crazy. But worldwide, I thought that might have been like the second one.
I like Worldwide. I have a bunch I love. I love the dedication one, the old school one. So you started making these records, and they became a thing. And at what point did you decide?
No, before you hold on.
Go ahead.
They were a lot of party records were made before these. A lot. There's so many that in the 90s that played. But
yeah,
when Riz and Scissorhands did the New York anthem one,
guys like Kenny Dope, Armand Van Helden, Todd Terry, Frankie Cutlass. Guys like that were making them
Puerto Rico. That's a party break record.
The Kenny Dope, the whatchamacallit, the Get Up.
Yeah, the Get Up.
Get Up was
You know,
big.
all that Masters at Work stuff because they did the house and the hip hop stuff.
Dada.
Yeah.
Mad Racket. The Mad Racket. Yeah.
That Racket. Classic.
But when Riz and Scissorhands did that New York anthem one, that shit, and it was like a song that was hot at the time, that shit was everywhere. It was its own hit record.
And I think that's where I spoke to DJ Kool recently, and he told me that was the record that we sampled that from DJ Kool. He is New York in the House, one of his records. And I think that's when Scoop introduced Kool to us after, us doing the stuff with Scoop. But I don't want to get to that because we got to get to the introduction with the Scoop stuff. Yeah.
New York in the house.
Yeah, basic, just head nod stuff, but it worked.
Is New York in
Adam the Junior Mafia.
Is New York in the
But yeah, that was the vibe. And by the way, and Flex played a lot of these records, like that you would, I remember when I'd be taping Flex, all of a sudden I'd hear these break records. And at the time, obviously I'm like 15. I don't know what they are. Like I didn't understand what they were, but I would just hear like these mixes of songs and Flex would be playing his drops over them. And they would just rock on the radio for a while. And yeah, they just got bigger. And then of course I started seeing them all at the record stores. And then what was it? The Franklins?
The Franklins, yeah, that was a big one.
The Franklins went crazy. I mean, the Franklins.
Franklins was with the Benjamins.
I honestly didn't think it could get. I didn't know there'd be a bigger one than the Franklins. Did you feel the same way? Like this is it.
We knew we were onto something. I think we had the formula as being DJs and being in the club, so we knew what worked, and we knew how to get the energy out of them, which was our main thing. We wanted to get that party energy, and the record like the Franklins, yeah, it's just.
I saw them make it.
You were there? Were you there?
This and the New York one.
Oh damn! Then you just blew up and you forgot about everybody.
Scissors, I never shut up. I scissored with the ASR 10 with the fucking
the ASR 10 with like 5 second sampling time or whatever it was. It was.
I do feel like before we get to the Be Faithful and Scoop of it all, I will say that Franklin's did get so big that to me it started feeling like more exciting when you'd hear the Franklins out. The Benjamins, there was a period where the rap coming in for the Benjamins kind of felt a little boring relative to the energy of the Franklins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't meant to replace the original record. It was for the DJs. It was for the nightclubs. It was for mix shows. It was, just that we like to call them transition records.
Right.
Where, you go from one place to another, but like without losing any energy, just actually picking up the energy.
Yeah, like it felt like party breaks before that were like very cool and fun to play, but the Crooklyn Clan records created like a moment, like the excitement, like you was bringing the club up. And there was nobody before Scoop was voicing these or whatever, like the one you played before, the Lost Boys one, and then that Busta Rhymes. It's just like Riz and Scissorhands would like go to like the end of the record that there was like a little acapella that we never even fucking realized or listened to. And they would find the little pieces that, oh shit, this is before you could like do stems and take out the lyrics.
Yeah, it was
acapellas and
having so many records, being down with the pools and getting all the records from the labels. I mean, I had everything. And I was that dude that would sit in the house and find that little part
little
that
pieces.
No one would, you know what I mean? Like, yo, where is it the cleanest? Let me snatch this. Let me get this because he says it clean here, and then go to the end of the record where he says the other word. There, and I'll just piece it together. Like kind of like the primo of party records. Just chopping shit up.
It's almost like Jay Dilla of party records.
Yeah.
It's almost like Dilla finding half of a kick drum here, half of a kick drum there, and made it.
Yeah, I mean,
like you pieced it.
Chopping in general, just taking pieces from everywhere.
All right, so let's get to when Scoop came into the conversation for Crooklyn Clan. Take us through that process.
he had just hit me one day from Tommy Boy, and it had nothing to do with pushing records anymore. It was more like, yo, I hear the records that Flex is playing on the radio, all your party breaks. I want to do one. And I didn't know what to think of it because I just know him as a record label guy, So we had him come over to the crib, and I knew his voice was dope. I didn't know it was that dope. And we just had him sitting in the room on the microphone, just yelling shit, and we would tell him what to yell. So we're like, yo, say hands up. And that's where he started going, hands up, in his voice and his cadence. And we would tell him to do it a few times. And then when we got the right one, or just the right two, because we like to kind of alter them, not sound the same, we'd be like, all right, that's good. We got that. Let's go on to the next, and then he would go, now get your hands up. And then it would be another one, just a whole bunch of different stuff that we needed. It basically came to the point where he would just say a bunch of things, and we'd be like, all right, Scoop, go home. I'll talk to you later.
Right. So he never just did it straight through.
Right.
You wouldn't chop it up and make it into something.
All we needed was his vocals. That's it. And then we would create the record. But, I would talk to Scoop 3-4 times a day. All right, I just came up with this, he would say. How about this? I'm going to write, because he was doing midnights at Hot.
Yeah.
At the point. So I would always call him after midnight when he would go on. Like when Flex was done, I would call the station and talk to Scoop, and I'd be like, yo, here's what we got. We were making party breaks while he was on the air.
So he was sitting there doing overnights. Yeah, so that's great time because you have nothing to do. You're just sitting up there for hours.
Yeah. Right. So he was probably rhyming, writing lyrics and things that would come into his mind, and we would just collaborate all the time.
All right, if you got a $2 bill, no. If you got a $1, no.
He came up with that. He had that whole line with the $100 bill, get your hands up.
Oh, $5 bill. We'll start with 5.
Was it? Yeah. Well, what was it? $100 bill was the first one.
You got 100.
I don't remember.
50.
You got a $100 bill, get your hands up. You got a $50 bill. Yeah.
He went backwards.
Top to bottom. He went from the top of the food chain.
But he didn't necessarily. He didn't then say in order, single ladies, I can't hear y'all. That had already. These are just different things that you guys then would piece around for what sounded.
Well,
good.
yeah. Well, a lot of it would be his ideas. A lot of us, we'd add on to it and have our own ideas of what to say. So we just got a collaboration of lyrics, and we would just sit through them and see which made sense the most.
And at first, when Be Faithful first comes out, first of all, what was it called originally? It wasn't called Be Faithful at first, right?
They had before Be Faithful.
Oh wait, what was the one before?
Be Faithful wasn't the first one.
No, the first one was the hands up.
Hands up.
Oh, just hands up
with the bust beat.
With the bust.
Right.
Oh,
put your hands.
Hold on, we got to hear that one because that was big too.
Yeah.
This is I forgot. This is a monster.
It's the first album.
I wish we made it. It wound up making it. We never did though.
This is another example of where the Crooklyn Clan started taking records, and you got more excited when their version kicked in. If you hear Lord Trigger Peter Guns, you're disappointed. Did this one get even bigger? This one was bigger than Franklin's?
I think Franklin's might have still been bigger.
I think Franklin's, this was just a different style because you had somebody on it, like screaming.
How far into it does Scoop come on?
It comes here.
I know.
Oh, here it is.
It's crazy. They still had sampled voice and then also Scoop voice. So that's all top.
This is the first time though that Scoop is on a record in this way. His hands up.
Yeah.
From what I know, yeah. Puerto Rico, where y'all at? Make some noise. And then right here is where it comes up where he starts talking. Everybody, where y'all at? Make some noise. Now stop. Bass drop. Yeah, what's up? My name is the Fatman Scoop. I represent Harlem World. Check it out, check it out. Live women in the front, live women in the back, live women in the middle. Shake just a little. Live women in the front, live women in the back, live women in the middle. Shake just a little. Yeah, that's the way we put it down. All the chicken heads be quiet. Chicken head, get your hands up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. Chicken head, get your hands up. Get your hands up.
I got so many memories to this.
Oh man. And Cipha, this is one of those records that the only time I would ever get this far in the record would be because like something came up.
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to get to 2.5 minutes into this record. You want 60 seconds.
He would play this at midnight every night.
Right, to start a show or whatever, right?
Every night.
Wow.
And I don't even think the record came out yet.
No.
By the way, what a genius marketing situation that is for everybody, though.
It helped everybody. It really did.
And it's at a time where he could still just sneak the record in and it's not going to be a big
No
deal.
one cares.
He's coming out of Flex, too. Flex is mix show anyway. So you're coming out of mix show.
But it also, to the boss, it just sounds like your radio show intro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we used to play intros like songs that big up our show or whatever. It's midnight. Because after midnight, the ratings don't count. So the bosses just let you do whatever.
Did you get into any sort of like formal business arrangement at this point? Or is it just like, let's just keep making records? And did you just like have him come in for a session? You pay for a session? Or how does that work?
Crib.
No. He just came to the house and we did it in the crib.
But
So
did you guys, did you split the record? What did you do with the record?
We were making the party breaks for AV8 Records at the time.
Oh, right,
so
right, for AV8. Yeah.
we wound up just bringing this record to the label, and getting whatever advance we got, and that was it. And we split it with Scoop.
And okay, what comes after Hands Up, which does obviously gangbusters? That's a big one.
After Hands Up, I think was the DMX one. Where you at?
Oh yeah, no, Jesus. And that's Scoop too, right?
Yeah.
It's oh man, I forgot about that.
How far apart were these records? 2 months, 3 months?
No, I don't think it was that.
Quicker than that?
No, I think it might have been later than that.
Oh, longer.
Yeah.
Like 6 months. Let's do another one.
Yeah, I feel like it could have been, at least that long, if not a bit more. No?
Yeah. Because Get At Me Dog was what year?
97.
97.
So that's...
Actually, that's the same year as the Busta.
Same year, yeah.
That's a good year for y'all. Oh, let's see. Hold on.
Nah, 7.
Not 7.
Bus a bus. Oh,
where you at?
Oh.
Where you at? Where you at? On my mouth, motherfucker. Where you at? Where you at? On my mouth, motherfucker. Where you at? 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 On my motherfucking bitches. Where you at?
Is that Scoop?
On my motherfucking bitches. Where you at?
The Where You At's were like sample answers.
They're MOP. They're the MOP Where You At's.
Right.
But
those are samples.
But the Scoop you recorded.
Yes.
Where you at? On my motherfucking bitches. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Tear the club up. Tear the club up. On my in the front. Tear the club up. Tear the club up. Tear the club up.
With the dog in the back?
Crazy.
Tear the club up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. All my women, where you at? Get your hands up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. All my women, where you at? Get your hands up. Yeah. Word up, Fatman Scoop on the set, representing all the ladies that got long hair. They pay their own rent. Yo, where y'all at? Let me hear y'all scream. Oh, all my light-skinned women. Where you at? Where you at? All my dark-skinned women. Where you at? Where you at? All my Puerto Rican women. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Sick,
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Such a ill subgenre of New York 90s.
Where you at? Where you at? If you a woman and you black. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? If you want to get high tonight, get your hands up.
Well, and by the way, and in going through it right now, you realize that we probably take for granted like what this is, because when everyone now talks about Scoop over the last couple of days and next few weeks, months, whatever it is, they'll talk about. Oh, let's hear this part. Hold on. I don't want to talk through this.
With my dogs out, yeah, baby. Fatman Scoop, Crooklyn Clan, back at y'all one time. Representing all my dogs, no doubt, yo. With my dogs out, with my dogs out, yo. If you like big titty, where you at? Where you at? If you like big titty, where you at? Where you at? If you like big titty, where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Here I am.
Where you at?
I'm here.
If you like a fat ass,
I'm here.
if you like a fat ass, where you at?
You have to pick, or can I like both?
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Was it your idea? Was if you like big titties a Riz idea?
I think that was Scoop's idea. That was his idea. That was his idea.
No, but I was going to say, like, when people talk about this, they'll just talk about Be Faithful as if that's the whole genre. That's it's just a song. It's just a song that exists.
You know me. I can't stand anything. I can't stand that all these people talking about Scoop, they're playing Fatman Scoop, Timbaland, and the Mariah Carey one. Like, you got to play these. These are the origin stories. These are the real ones. But they're not. Look up on Spotify. These don't come up.
Nope.
Right. These don't come up. It was only the ones that kind of.
You got to do research to find these.
Clearance and stuff like that.
But Cipha, guess what? That's why we do this show.
I know.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah,
Fatman Scoop, Crooklyn Clan, Timbaland. Like, no.
Honestly, I forgot. I forgot that the only reason he says Timbaland is because it rhymes with Crooklyn Clan, essentially.
No, but actually, he was the one that produced that record, the Drop record.
Really?
We had nothing to do with Drop.
Wait, who produced it?
I think Timbaland produced
Right,
it.
right. But Scoop doing the whole
that was
Fatman
the slogan.
Scoop,
You know what I mean? That was
it
the
just
thing that
like
started.
he knows.
That was the it got stuck
Right.
on it. Yeah, but the Fatman Scoop Crooklyn Clan was the slogan. So it kind of it was like that's why he was always saying it, because he said it on the first record, said it on the second record, said it on the third record. So when he did the Timbaland record, that's how he started it.
Yeah, it's great.
What about this one?
That was just like a B-side.
Where you at?
For the West Coast.
Where you at?
For the West Coast.
This is the out of state mix.
Yeah.
So if that way you don't feel left out if you're
Spread
not
your
in
wings.
New York.
Right. We were targeting.
Look at you guys. You realized what was there and you handled it.
Where you at? 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 All my motherfucking bitches. Where you at? Where you at? All my motherfucking bitches. Where you at? Where you at? All my motherfucking bitches. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Okay, so is there any what's after this one?
Then I think Be Faithful, right?
Yeah, I think there was one before, I think, Be Faithful, that was with Sticky from Sticky in the Hood.
Oh,
Sticky Mama
yeah.
Gave Ya. And that was a banger, man. That was Say What?
Yeah, because Sticky was the shake that
Take
ass.
What Your Mama Gave You.
Is Scoop on
Say
it
what
too?
your mama gave you. Yeah.
No, that was just Sticky.
Got it. Okay. What's that one called?
I think it was called Say What?
Say what?
Let's see. Crooklyn Clan. There we go.
Wow.
See if it comes up. Yeah, Crooklyn Clan. Say what?
I forgot this.
Come on, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Come on, yeah. What? In the front, where you at? Say what? In the back, where you at? Say what? Everybody in the place, come on. If you want to say what? Bitches in the front.
Well, let me ask the obvious question. Why is Scoop not on this one?
I think because Rock, which was Sticky's name, was working with AV8 Records at the time. So it was kind of like in-house. And we already knew he was dope because he did Shake What Your Mama Gave You.
Right.
So we were like, yo, let's do it.
Oh, wait, Scoop's not on this one?
Scoop's not on this
Oh,
one.
yeah.
All right. So that one does numbers too. I'm trying to look right now through to see where. Now, what Hands Up? Now Get Your Hands Up. Is that a different record than? That's the one we played before, right?
That was the first one we did.
That was the first one we played. Then we played Where You At. Then you did Dance Floor Delights, I see.
But that was just
Crooklyn Clan.
stuff. Yeah, just party breaks.
Right. The Crooklyn Clan
Dance Floor
presents.
Delight. Is that with Treats? Does it have Treats on it?
I think Treats was the one with the Cisco record,
Yeah,
the song.
I love
Put
that
your
shit.
hands up in the air and put your hands up.
And then Be Faithful comes along in 1999.
I think it was 99, yeah.
So when you do Be Faithful, it's just another record with Scoop, right? Like, let's just do another one.
This one was Scoop's idea. He wanted to do it over the Faith record. It was all Scoop's idea. And we were like, in the beginning, we were like, yeah, it's kind of, R&B, nice, dope R&B record, but not energy that we're used to with you. So we would just, that's where it worked out good, because we didn't say, yo, it's our way or the highway. You know what I mean? It was just like, let's collaborate and think this out. And
so he was like, I want to do the Faith Evans record.
Right. And he had a bunch of, yeah.
He was probably thinking you more for the ladies.
Sure.
Get the bop.
Sure.
But it is interesting because when you hear him on Love Like This, it does sound like a party. Like, it works better than you probably imagined it was going to when he suggested it.
I never play Love Like This.
No.
I play it, but like at, cool out places.
Yeah.
This is,
this is the one.
Another party starter, That's all we wanted to do, was just make it for the parties.
So when you guys started hearing what it sounded like with him on it, did it kind of take you back right away? Like, oh shit, this actually does work better than I thought it would?
But yeah, we sat down from point one and laid it all out with him. I mean, he had a lot of the vocals already, and we just formulated it the way we did.
Yeah, he just made a girl party record.
Right.
And it hit. Still recording in the crib?
In the crib.
The original version of it had her singing on it too. It always had this.
Yes, we wanted to keep the hook there, and then he could come right back.
Yeah, because this record is different than what you usually make. Like, you usually switch the beats more.
Right.
How many times do you bring in the hook in this song?
I think maybe twice. But that's an edit.
What do you mean?
Like, it just went to engine out of nowhere. Like,
you mean it shouldn't be like that?
It's like a YouTube edit. Somebody made it.
Got it. Okay, because the real version's what, 4 minutes? This says 2:50.
Yeah, it would have kept going more.
Let's see what. Oh, the real. Does this sound right? 3:34. Listen, Scoop. I think there's a chance that a lot of women in the short hair community were not fans of Fatman Scoop.
It's a different era.
To all my niggas that hit it from the back, who wanna have sex with no strings attached. Yo, can I get up? Can I get up? Can I get up? Ow! Ow! Can I get up?
How long did it take for this thing to get smoking? Was it right away?
I think it came out. Yeah, it came out on fire, man. Like, he was playing it, Flex was playing it, and before you know it, everybody was just playing it.
Nah, this was.
I always used to crack up at Who's Fucking Tonight. I thought it was the funniest. I just thought it was the most like overt shit I'd ever heard. Like, it's just Who's Fucking Tonight.
I mean, I never sat and analyzed Crooklyn Clan records and Fatman Scoop records, but the reason why they work so well is because you didn't use Scoop's voice for everything. You still sampled other shit.
Right. We wanted to keep that flavor.
Yeah, it could have just been Scoop's man saying what, you know what I'm saying? But you kept the samples.
It's too redundant, yeah.
Yeah.
Riz, we're appreciative for you coming on this episode to help us kind of start to tell this Scoop story, which I'm sure we'll continue to tell as time goes on. But given that you guys were connected in that way for such an important thing in music, we thought it'd be great to have you on. So we appreciate it, man.
Man, I love my brother Scoop, man. May he rest in peace. Shout out to the whole Freeman family. And thank you guys as always, man.
Anyway, man, thank you so much. Thanks for rocking with us. And
Thank you to our former producer and now co-host who didn't show up, Billy June, and Emilio Sparks. And we'll see you guys next week.